What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you for tuning back in. I'm sorry yesterday I had some issues. I did the NVIDIA update and it caused my DaVinci Resolve, which I use for editing software, to have fatal errors every time I tried to process it, but I got it fixed by reverting back. So I should be good to go, and as I'll be streaming afterwards so we can go over some more charts and stuff if you guys are interested and have a bunch of questions. I've been getting a lot of input in the Discord. Absolutely awesome. Love that. Thank you guys. And don't forget, like, subscribe. This helps crypto in general. The more crypto content that goes out there, the more people that think about crypto, the more money gets put in, the more your bags will pump. So let's go ahead and get started here on CoinMarketCap. This is an awesome place for you to just take a look at where crypto stands if you're brand new to the space. Right now, the crypto market cap is at almost $1.1 trillion. This is awesome. You know, it wasn't too long ago that we were only at 500 billion. We've doubled that in the past couple weeks. Everybody's starting to get into it. People on Robinhood, you know, hearing about it left and right. So, you know, big pumps will happen and continue. This is just the beginning. You know, right now we're kind of at a turning point. We're going to go over that here in the charts. But if we look now, we can see that Bitcoin now is the one that's down a little bit. But look at what's happening to altcoins. So right now we could start to see some big pumps in these altcoins while Bitcoin consolidates sideways. There's, you know, but with caution, if Bitcoin does dump, everything will go with it at the same time. So kind of a risky spot right now, but hopefully Bitcoin just stays sideways with all the new money coming in, and this doesn't happen. So our biggest gainers today, look at this, 60%, 60%, 47%. There's all these coins here are pumping. As far as our biggest losers, we do have a couple, but again, like I said in the last video, these are coins that pumped a bunch, 102%, 32, 60, 242%. You know, so they're going to have small corrections. So 10% out of that, so it's still up 230%. So make sure you take a look at these things. And if you're not following me already, follow me on Twitter. I do post charts as well as funny things that I find, like Donald Trump's new account here. Did you see this? Mm-hmm. I'm brand new to Twitter. What are you guys up to? Looking a little sus there, John Barron. But I post live charts, live trades. You know, we were able to make some good calls the past couple days, and I think we're about to set up some new good trades, and we'll go over those here. So here I'm just going to go to, let's just start here on the hourly. No, actually, no, we're going to back it up. We're going to go back to the daily. Here on the daily, we could see that we've been going crazy, right? We closed yesterday at another indecision candle here. Let me just hide this stuff. We had the little spinning top with more wick to the downside, which is a little more bullish than bearish, because that means when it came down, buyers were ready to buy up Bitcoin. As we got up a little bit higher, we did have a little bit of a sell-off, but then we accumulated. Now we formed another spinning top because our daily candle closed about an hour ago, and you can see here again more to the downside, showing that buyers are still there, and the sellers, again, as it's constricting, we're forming almost a little bit of a good symmetrical triangle, which is a continuation pattern. If we're in a bull run and we're going up, we go into a triangle, we're just consolidating, getting all the people on the same page before we pump higher, right? But if we zoom in, we can see some different things that are starting to show us a little more bearish. So we're going to come to here, and let me just take off this shading script real quick. All right, so we've been following this ascending channel, bueno, right? We tested it, came up, we formed another symmetrical triangle here. When we got above it, we broke to the upside, found resistance again on this ascending channel, formed another triangle, and then we broke up above it. However, this time when we broke up, we didn't quite make it all the way up here, and also we broke below it a little bit, showing that the sellers were a little heavier than the buyers, but we tried to get it back up. We got up, but then we still got rejected, and we haven't created a higher high yet. This is leading us towards more of a bearish scenario or further consolidation, right? Just because we broke below this trend line doesn't mean we're going to come crashing down. That chance is a little bit higher because we need to break this trend line now and show that it's no longer resistance, and we need to get above it and make it support. But when we just look at this, there's other things that start to develop. If I put a line right here and kind of show you what we got now, we kind of start to see other things form. We have possibly a neck, or a shoulder, a head, and another shoulder. Now, if we were to break below this trend line, and we could draw this in tons of different ways, so let's go ahead and just drop it to here. And if you notice, I didn't change the angle at all, but now it's getting close to where maybe somewhere below this point, if we get below 39,668, we could have a drop to the downside. Head and shoulder pattern is probably one of the most common patterns you'll see in any trader's arsenal here, and it's just showing that we are about to have a slight trend reversal. Same if it was upside down. If we had a reverse head and shoulders, it's most likely to go up. And one of the ways to measure this is if it's a flat head and shoulders, you can take the pump that went into it and put the neckline, which is this trend line here, and then whatever pump went into it was the reversal we could have down. Another way is to go from the top of the head to the neckline, which I did here, and put it to where it would break. So say we were to break this line here, we could have a correction down to around 35.7-ish. It's just something to look out for. Doesn't mean this is going to play out. It's just another thing that could happen based off of what we see here on the hourly. So I'm a little cautious. Until we get back above, say, 41.2, I'm not going to be as bullish as I was before. But new money's coming in. Everybody's asking about Bitcoin, wants to get in. Doesn't matter. Supply goes down, demand goes up, price goes up. So we'll kind of have to see where it goes from here. Scrolling into the 15-minute here, I left my moving average script and tools up. We'll get rid of this. We can see here that we've been bouncing nice off of one of these moving averages, but it looks like we may be falling off the cliff here, which is kind of showing that the bearish momentum is starting to swap. Coming back to this one, we're going to take these out and show you what I was looking at the other day, which, again, not the most bullish news. If we take this one here, we previously had this pattern, and you can see how this lines up, where we have resistance there, resistance here and here, and this is a ascending constricting wedge here, and this is typically a bearish pattern. If we get to the upside of this, it's null and void and we continue to go up, but from here it looks like we did not. So for this to occur, we would have at least a drop down to about the same spot that we would see on the head and shoulders pattern, which is showing me that we're probably getting closer to a $35,000 Bitcoin. But to go along with that, we also have these different wick downs when we had crashes before. So right here at the beginning, let's see how much we dropped. We came from here down to there. So we had almost a 16% drop. And in a bull run, that might be all the correction we're going to see. We may not see these 30 to 40% drops like we saw during the bear market, right? When we had good pumps, we came down and then we consolidated there for sometimes weeks, right? But while everybody's putting their money into Bitcoin, we may only see this drop. And now if we go all the way back in that hour, that was a 20% drop. And this was on the 4th. So we had a 20% drop. Now let's see how much we've gone up. We've gone up 52%. So let's say we have another 20% drop from here. 20%, it puts us around 33,000, 34,000. But ironically enough, if we were to extend out some of our previous support lines that have been testing pretty good, let's go ahead and see what that turns out to be. All right, a 20% drop is going to put us to confirm this other trend line. So what if we come down to here and then we see a nice buyback, a nice bullish hammer candle like we had here? Could definitely happen. So I'm still personally, the charts are telling me that there's a little bit more bearish than there is bullish. I'm going like 55, 45, 60, 40. So there's still room to go up from here. And our next target's going to be the 2.618 on the fibs, and that would be putting us close to 54,000. And if we look from where we're at now to up here, another 30% gain. But to me, it would be more likely to have a small drop, a quick buy up, right? So we come from here down to our daily exponential moving average, which has been wonderful support all the way back here. All the way back here, like support, came up, got close to it, no. So we have a 20% drop, puts us down to, 30, let's see, 32, 35,000, somewhere around there. We get bought up real quick, probably hold support in the short term around 33, and then we could see a nice big climb like this, and we'll just have another little ascending line like this. And this also plays out in other patterns. If we were to show some of the waveforms, like let's go ahead and just do an Elliott correction wave, right, from here to here. So something like that. So this is kind of what I predict will happen here in the short term. You know, this is a weekend, so if we get a weekend dump, they're usually not as big, and that would be that, you know, 10 to 20% dump that we were looking at. So this is where I think we're at on Bitcoin. I'm kind of curious if this head and shoulders will play out, because this is how we were able to make a really good trade on XRP the past couple days. And, you know, nothing complex, no crazy pattern like we're about to talk about in XRP. It's just, you know, following the move right there. And with this move, if we come back to CoinMarketCap, while Bitcoin is trading sideways, we could start to see some big gains in these other altcoins here, specifically Ethereum and XRP, Cardano, Stellar, Chainlink. Chainlink's already up to $18. You know, I bought this in at $5. Bought back in at 17. Was able to sell around 19, and I held most of the rest, and I've been holding all the way down to $8 and still haven't sold, and now look, I'm back in profits again. So the best strategy here is always to just hold and go for it. So let's see if we can get some nice pumps out of these alts. I do recommend, this is not financial advice, I'm just a doctor/idiot, that when you start to see some profits on these alts, to go ahead and take some, because if we have a dump on Bitcoin, they're going to drop back down and have to find new support before they can pump again. So you may have the chance to sell a little bit here at a local top, buy back in at a new local bottom, and then catch the next pump up and just get your bags a little bit bigger. So that's going to do it for this video on Bitcoin. I'm going to start another video right after this, and we're going to go over some XRP. So I'll catch you guys in that video.